Horrific scene to Libya, the disaster unfolding there after a major storm unleashed devastating floods. Thousands are feared dead tonight.
Around 10,000 people are missing there after a powerful storm caused two dams to collapse, sweeping away entire neighborhoods.
Hey, what's up, guys? John here. 5,000 people have just passed away in Libya. 5,000 people, and upwards of 10,000 are still reported missing. So that number of 5,000 could be on the very low end. We're walking into some very unprecedented times here, not just in America, but on a world stage. And I believe with it is going to come massive change to the economy. And I'm going to break down exactly what's going on. I mean, look at the last 90 days, for example. Let's say 45 days. You have Hawaii, the fires, everything that happened in Hawaii. You had Canada, all the fires. You had the flooding, Hurricane Hillary, up the Baja Coast, and then through California and in Las Vegas. Then you had Hurricane Idalia in Florida. Now Hurricane Lee they're talking about. You have all of these things happening one after the next every single week. It's one devastation, one massive problem following up by the next one. And I think we're walking into the eye of the storm here. And I'm going to break it down clearly for you, just so you can see what's going on, because I think this is going to really change and restructure the entire economy. Please hit the like button. Hit the like button. YouTube will share the content, educate more people about what's really going on. And if you want to fix your credit, you want to position yourself for the greatest wealth transfer of all time, which we're in right now. There's no denying it. It started in 2020. It's ramping up now. Next couple of years is going to just be insane. You're going to want great credit. Not a 698, not a 600 or 700 credit. You're going to want 780, 770, and above. If you need help fix your credit, you have issues on your credit report, get a hold of us. GreatCreditFast.com. Book a call below, GreatCreditFast.com, and we'll see how we can help you. Take a look at this. So 5,000 people presumed dead in Libya after catastrophic flooding breaks dam, sweeps away homes. Now, those that don't know where Libya is right here. So it's just south of Greece, just south of Italy, right? So you look at what's going on here. So before we even dive into it, I read a book, David Rubenstein, where he spoke with billionaires. He spoke with a variety of billionaires. His book is called How to Invest. And in this book, where he's speaking with all these different billionaires, he asked them all the same question. I think it's very relevant to this situation with Libya. So he was asking them all about repricing of assets, repricing of businesses, repricing of homes, repricing of everything due to climate change. That's what he said. He was asking all of these different investors and private equity CEOs, all these wealthy people, about how this is all going to have a really big impact on everyone's investments. And if you look at this, McKinsey, the result is a phenomenon we call the Great Repricing. And I read this book a while ago. And so when you look at all of these articles, and then you look at what's happening around the world, you look at what's happening with Florida property insurance, you look at some of these really big insurance companies pulling out of California, you look at all of this, you're seeing the beginning of this. You're seeing the beginning of the Great Repricing. We're witnessing something really big here. So when you see something happening in Libya, you see something happening somewhere else, just realize that it's going to have a net impact on all of us. The actuaries are paying very close attention to this. Your auto insurance will likely go up. Your home insurance is going to go up. You're going to start seeing a lot of properties worth a lot more and a lot less based on all this information. So look at this. More than 5,000 people are presumed dead and 10,000 missing after heavy rains in northeastern Libya caused two dams to collapse, surging more water into an already inundated areas. Tanner Ramadan, head of International Federation of Red Cross and Red Crescent Society's delegation in Libya, gave the numbers of missing people during a briefing to reporters in Geneva, Switzerland on Tuesday. The death toll is huge. I mean, 53 people, 5,300 people already passed away. I mean, they're throwing big numbers out there, like 10,000 people. Think about how big that is. 10,000 people. It's just absolutely unbelievable. In the eastern city of Derna, which has seen the worst of the devastation, as many as 6,000 people remain missing. 6,000 people. Whole neighborhoods are believed to have been washed away in the city, according to authorities. Look at that. Jeez. We're all terrified. Relatives of people who have lived in the destroyed city of Derna told CNN that they were terrified after seeing videos of the flooding with no word from their family members. A Palestinian woman with cousins in Derna said she has been unable to reach them since the floods. I'm really worried about them. I have two cousins who live in Derna. It seems all communication are down. I don't know if they're alive at this point. It is very terrifying watching the videos coming out of Derna. We are all terrified. So you look at what's going on here as these dams start to collapse, and it's just like one absolute nightmare situation after the next. Unprecedented flooding. The storm looks certain to be one of the deadliest on record in North Africa. Libya is facing an unprecedented situation. I mean, yeah, of course they are. Look at that. Look at this. We're not prepared for such a scale of devastation. Libyan authorities need 3 types of specialized search groups, including teams to recover bodies from rugged valleys after torrents disperse them, teams to recover bodies from under the rubble, and teams to recover bodies from the sea, he added. Tens of thousands of military personnel have been deployed, but many of the flood-stricken religious regions are still inaccessible to emergency workers, according to Mesmari. I mean, when you look at these situations that are unfolding here, when you look at all of these things that are happening, what do you see? Right? What do you see? I see a real storm ahead. I see a real storm ahead. Look at this. Libya floods live news. Thousands dead, missing in Derna after Storm Daniel. Right? The Interior Ministry of Libya's eastern-based administration says more than 5,000 people have passed. So we all know how this is going to go and what this is going to look like. It's going to all be blamed on this, and with this, it's going to come a whole new type of discussion, right? It's going to be a whole type of discussion. Whether you agree with this, you don't agree with it, whatever, it doesn't really matter. Opinion doesn't really matter. What's going to happen next is the only thing that's important. Facts over feelings. And so when you look at the facts of what is likely going to be the dialogue and the conversation going forward, you have to make smart, well-informed, forward-thinking decisions based on that chain of event, right? Which is highly probable, which is much more probable than ignoring it and having a different opinion, right? So when you look at these situations, it's just unbelievable. It's unbelievable to watch how fast this has ramped up. Now, a big concern that I have is we can start to see some really, really big things here as well in America and other locations when we walk into the winter right now. Well, I mean, we're walking into the winter. Who knows what could possibly happen? Could we step into a situation? We already burned nearly half of America's oil reserves in just the last 18 months. We're burning our oil reserves walking into the winter, right? I think we could see a potential crisis here in this country to the likes in which we've never seen before. We've had it so good here for so long. You look how, America was the place, the land of opportunity, right? And it still is. I love America. Like, I love America. But America before was a location where you'd come from the Philippines, you'd come from Mexico, you'd come from South America, you'd come from anywhere in the world, and you came here to give yourself a better life. You came here to work hard, to provide for your family, to send money back home, the location that you came from. It was an incredible, it was a land of opportunity. But now we're walking into a situation in which opportunity is flooding away from America. Opportunity is leaving America. America is going down a very, very dark path. And you see situations like Libya. You see all these other situations. I personally think that America is going to be the place that probably gets it the worst, not the place that is going to be, the easiest place to cruise through the next 5 to 10 years. I think America is going to be a much harder place for many than they've previously experienced and previously anticipated. But it's very, very unfortunate to watch all of these devastating situations unfold back to back to back to back. It really does make me believe that we're walking into a situation in the next year, 2 years, 3 years, where we're going to see a lot of catastrophe. What do you think about this? Do you think that we're seeing the end of it? Or do you think we're walking into a situation in which we're going to start to likely see a lot more pain, a lot higher insurance premiums across homes and autos, on multifamily properties, on farmland, on beachfront property, on everything? Insurance is going to continue to ramp up. And when you look at the type of economic environment we were in the last couple of years in America with record low interest rates, borrowing costs were basically zero. You're able to buy these assets, and people are buying these properties that were barely cash flowing, hoping that rents were going to continue to rise 15, 20, 30% a year. But when rents start to soften and insurance premiums continue to rise and borrowing costs go through the roof, you can have a situation, and it's going to be the great repricing. Just like Just like they were speaking with in the CEO of Carlyle's book, David Rubenstein, his book, the How to Invest, when he's speaking with all these different billionaires on repricing of these assets. It's very fascinating because his book came out right at the same time as all of these articles. McKinsey, all of these articles came out right around that same exact time. I think that's what we're witnessing, the great repricing. Drop below, hit the like button, add me on IG, and if you want to fix your credit, we'd love to help you at my company, greatcreditfast.com. That's greatcreditfast.com. If you have late payments, medical bills, charge-offs, foreclosures, bankruptcies, repossessions, any negative item on your credit report, we would love to help you at my company, greatcreditfast.com. Don't let it sit there. Don't let one or two or a few negative items sit in your credit report for 7 years and prevent you from being able to invest. Go to greatcreditfast.com and book a call below. I'll see you in the next video.